So you just have to, you have to get there. You have to rise above and realize what your position is. And that's the whole, you have to operate at your level in the organization. You can't do it all. And I'm still learning that every day. But ultimately, you decide if you're going to live or not. Am I just going to get through life, or am I going to live? Because it's a fucking choice. I mean, you literally decide that. And some people decide it when they're 70, and it's too late.
Definition of a champion,
Wow, bro. You can match. That son bitch totally matches. Close your eyes. I don't even think I'll be able to see you. Stand against the gray wall and close your eyes. They're right there. Go! Go! Good morning, Charlie. What up, Wayne? What's up, Brad? I like your shoes, Tim. Absolutely every morning he goes through his first 10 emails. These suckers. No. Every fucking morning. No, just in the morning. First 30 minutes, then we all yell at him, and then he goes to Happy John. Want to do some bro media, bro? Well, we're gonna soon, because I fucking totally failed yesterday, so I'm gonna completely redeem myself today. No gloating.
Ouch, that was just...
You were right, bro. You were so right. Way to get out, build some confidence. I'm here, Junior.
Hola.
I see you're making some serious progress in cleaning your desk.
Like that?
I see a spot here where I can work.
I got just for you.
How many games of Pong did we play on Friday?
About 8.
Did you make that up? You made it up. Don't believe you. So then, we're pissed because we don't have enough room. So we're just gonna buy the building next door. Surprise! Here's the thought process. We believe we can keep the building we're in and buy the building next door for about $4,000 a month. And Tim and quite a few of the other guys have said they want to go next door and they don't need to remodel at all. They just want their own offices. So there's people that have quiet jobs like Kirk and Charlie and them. And I don't know what Mandy's raising her hand. They're like, shit, yeah, I'll go next door. Low ceilings don't bother me one bit as long as I got 4 walls and a door and I can actually have my own office for the first time in my whole life. And then we'll also move the kitchen area over there and the team room where we watch movies together and the ping pong. Because the goal is that will be kind of like the hangout so that we all still stay together. You ready? Jim, dozed off a little bit. What are you doing?
Waiting for you.
How you been?
Good, you?
I just want a building now. I'll take any
Right
building.
next door.
It always has been. Good, is this everybody? Not everyone, just the people that might move. Can you see the upstairs office? You know the answer. You have to do it. You have to do it. It took me a long time to realize that I can't go into sales@customoffsets.com and read every email as if, what would I have done? I can't even go in and read comments anymore on Facebook and think, what would I have done? Because I'll spend my whole day telling Rainey, I wouldn't have said it like that. Because if I micromanage that, I won't get any of this done and get us into a new building and deal with the big shit. And you have to look at it the same way. I want to keep our current customers as the happiest, most proud customers ever. If that means I lose one more new customer this year, then I'll get them next year. So you just have to accept those losses and get the big wins. Does that make sense? Gotta let a field goal go once in a while to save the touchdown. It took me forever to get used to it. And that's the whole, you have to operate at your level in the organization. You can't do it all. And I'm still learning that every day, but you know, there's certain things you don't want to let go of. You don't ever want to let go of understanding how Charlie's performing because he reports to you. I'm never letting go of these reviews. I'm never letting go of that because it's a big deal and it's in front of everybody. And it's also a good temperature of how we're performing. So there's some things you can't let go of, but what you don't want to do is reshuffle shit every time we get busy, especially if you could easily just stop doing something you shouldn't be doing anyways. Kirk and I were meeting once a week for an hour, and the goal was he would Pareto out the top issues he's seeing, and then I would help him through the PDSA cycle, understanding the problem, what are you going to do for an experiment, how will you study it, and then will you lock it in a standard work order job. But I go back to your problem solving. I just broke my pen. No, I didn't. Go back to your problem solving tools. That eliminates all frustration, because that Pareto will tell you where the problem really is. Makes sense? Do you believe me? That's what I would do, Ski. That's what are you gonna do? Yeah. That's what I would do. It wouldn't be bad to teach Charlie that too. But once you get that Pareto, then I know what to work on versus I'm too busy to fix it. Tim can't fix it because you can't show Tim what your problem is. But if you Pareto, you'll be able to show him what your problem is, and then he has a fighting chance of helping you. But those problem solving skills will help you for the rest of your life. Don't stop doing them. Pareto, PDSA, fixes everything in the whole world. I could help this kid out here, but he refuses to make me that Pareto. But it ain't gonna work if you won't make me that fucking Pareto. Because then you just lie to yourself and you lie to the people around you what the problem is, because you don't know. You're just making shit up. But that'll point it out. Cool? You're a special person, fella.
Yes, sir.
How come you never call anymore? You just send these hateful emails.
You never answer when I call.
Well, that doesn't mean give. That doesn't mean give up, Jim.
Ignore.
Jim, that doesn't mean give up. You don't go out and look for the dog for an hour and then just give up. You gotta get out there and find that fucking dog. If you haven't seen Billy Madison, I strongly recommend it. Then I'll bring it over. I've got it on DVD.
Alright.
But make 2 bowls of popcorn. What date is he talking?
Haven't talked to John about when he wants to move out, but it's when the guy says probably could be 11 weeks.
11 weeks? Yeah, let me think about that. That's not preferred, but 2 years goes fast. All right, sounds good. Yeah, let me know, and then we can, so this is our offer, and we don't know what he's gonna do with it.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna keep hunting then for other places, maybe for lease.
Alright, well let me get some numbers together. I'll talk to Jeff, see if that's an option, and let's just keep everything open.
Let me know what you find out, boss.
I will do.
Okay, thank you, bye.
Alright, bye. Bye-bye.
Team meeting. Let's do this. Kevin! I'm trying to have a meeting. Let's make this snappy. You guys look cute. Get a group photo. Is this family photo? Can you get their photo? Team meeting, Nick? Okay, we're ready. So, we're hitting absolutely every single target. I don't think anybody's surprised. Any questions? Did I show you guys this? Okay. So I'm gonna go through this really quickly. You keep hearing us talk about this leadership system. The good news is you already understand almost all of it. If you picture this as being a 3-legged stool, see that stool Junior's on? It's got 4 legs. That's not the same. This one has 3. The daily stat sheet in daily huddles is the first leg of the stool. So this is your support structure, right? And this is your plan. So So the reason you have to do it every single day, not just the stat sheet, but also the huddle. So the huddle I have with Junior, and then what happens at 11 o'clock is myself, Ben, Mandy, and Tim huddle. So we bring the information up in the organization. So if it's something you guys need, if it's a decision we need to make, then we have the information. So we're getting that information from you guys. So you're feeding us on what we need to do to better support you. The whole point is we're supposed to be working for you once this is in place. But you're helping feed us the information of how to do a better job as a leadership team. So that's the daily stat sheets and the huddles. And then you've got your dashboard. So this, and everybody knowing these numbers, has been driven every single week because you have to be talking about those dashboards and those numbers. Hopefully those of you that care, I know Fuller's one of them. Junior, you're looking more at the YouTube now because of the day's stat sheet. So that's the kind of things that these dashboards help feed those daily stat sheets. You can't run a daily stat sheet on fucking feelings, puppies, and rainbows. You have to have numbers, and that's where these dashboards come in. But these dashboards are daily, weekly, and monthly rolling. So that's how you get to a higher level of how am I doing for the last 30 days. Pivotal, I'm trying to have a meeting. So then the final leg on the stool is the one we haven't really done yet, but it's one that you guys are familiar with. It's daily, weekly, and monthly standard work. So what you'll see is that on the 3rd of every month, I need to go in and do the QuickBook financials. So on the 2nd of every month on Mandy's, I'll be able to see that she's going in and cleaning up the PayPal transactions. So what it does is it starts to put the organization in place where Junior's thing has to be done on Tuesday because Fuller's thing has to be done on Thursday because it gets to me on Friday and goes live to the public on Monday. So that's where you start to organize so you guys have done a lot of that with your Post-it notes, but this is for stuff that happens every single week. You just lock it into your standard work schedule. So we've played with that, but there's a form that makes it way easier that you just put it in there and then you can all share forms. And what you do is you hang it up on your desk. So if I'm wondering why I'm not getting inventory stuff on Thursdays from John in the warehouse, I can go out and look at their calendar and see that he's got it on Friday to do it. So when we found out our schedules were backwards, we fixed that and then went back to going. That's all this is. So I was looking for them 6 hours before they could possibly be there. And then this is Hoshin planning, which is otherwise known as strategic planning. That's these 5. There should be a breakdown then of what are we gonna do for the next 30, 60, 90 days in order to make this happen. And that will be this piece. Do you understand and see that it's as simple as if I say I wanna sell more in 2017 and I wanna become one of the biggest online dealers, that I would just go find out what the biggest online dealer probably is doing, let's call it $500,000 a month, that I know that I need to do $500,000 a month. I put that $500,000 on my dashboard for the end of the year. I break it down into months, and then I decide, I'm probably not gonna start selling them in the first 2 months, so I have to kind of step my targets. That creates a scorecard. So now I have a number to hit. Let's call it 200,000 by June. Then I have to go ahead and play with both of these at the same time, which would be, what am I gonna do every day, every week, and every month to sell more? Who am I gonna have on the team, and who am I gonna start huddling with? So that if we do the work that we decided in the strategic plan, that it will drive those numbers and ultimately we'll hit our target. And then this just helps keep us organized. That is the entire system. It will blow your mind how hard it is to do that. It'll absolutely blow your mind because you have to get so structured and so disciplined. We're short people. This is, we don't have enough boxes. This is, I forgot to do my emails. And the weight starts piling on, trying to fuck your stool up. This is gonna happen. This has to get done. This needs to be like 80% of your time. This needs to be 20, all the crap. Because it's easy to say it's this simple. It's not real because all the shit is here. But you have to minimize the shit as far as how much of your time it's taking up. So going and finding a new building is up here. It's just shit we have to do. It has nothing to do. We did not put a plan up there to waste half of our lives trying to find a new building. So what most people do is they're like, the shitstorm's too thick. I'm just gonna worry about this stuff and I'm not gonna do any of this. And then they fail because they just fight through the shitstorm every day. If you watch any company or have worked for any company that's a shitstorm when you work there, you will notice they don't have any of this. They just have this. They literally just fiddle fuck through the shitstorm, and you can't ever succeed. It's absolutely impossible. You can be fine, but you're not gonna be awesome like we are. That guy's living a fucking dream. He's way ahead of me. I'm gonna start having creativity contests where you guys get an assignment and it doesn't have to have a call to action. You just have to make the most badass video in the whole world. Junior, this is your assignment. So pretty. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Let's take that off some jumps. You drive, I'll ride. I'll play you for your half of the company. Make sure it's clean at the end of the day. All hands on deck but Junior. Date night with fucking...
No, it's my mom's birthday.
Mom's birthday? You're a little old to be having cake for Mom's birthday, Junior.
Hey,
Hey,
tell your mom to have birthday.
to live at home. Fair. Time for another Fuller update, because we know how I love Fuller updates. So it's 10:06 p.m. It's Thursday. Not a lot of people realize it, but the wheel industry has this busy season because everybody gets a tax refund check. It's about the size of a set of wheels and tires. So everybody in the whole America, they all buy their wheels and tires in about 90 days out of the year. So we see a pretty huge increase every year. Takes quite a bit out of us, but we have fun the best we can. Fuller turns around, he'll show you. This year, since it was so busy we could hardly breathe, we decided to give away a BDS lift kit, which is a super high-end lift kit. So we we're gonna give away one kit for some lucky person that buys a hoodie, and we're selling 1,000 of them. And we decided to do a pre-order so that we could ship 500 of them in one day. So for the last couple days, we have had every single person here folding, bagging, tagging, printing ship labels, and pounding hoodies out the door. We also give away a decal to everybody that orders wheels and tires. So we had the entire team packing and shipping boxes by the hundreds. These are all headed out. Those are all headed out. We now have the mail bringing us giant cages for everything. Offset's Garage built this bad beast for holiday this week. And all of these wheels and tires and wheels and tires and wheels and tires are for local builds. Pretty much every single one of these is going to be a 4 to 6 to 8 inch lift kit and wheels and tires in the next 2 weeks. So to say that we're swamped is an understatement, but we're keeping up. And probably the awesome part is that we've had everybody from wives to girlfriends to sisters to cousins jumping in and helping out, and it's been really cool to see that we've had every person that works here out in this shop or out in this warehouse jumping in and helping out. You know, that's what's awesome. I think that's what's different about custom offsets from other people, is that everybody's here for the same reason. I mean, we're here for the culture. We love custom vehicles. We're here for each other. We spend more time doing this and hanging out than we do with anybody else in our families, even with how much time we spend at work. So it's been awesome to see everybody jump in. We're actually, as of tomorrow, I think caught back up. So I think we shipped 850 packages out of this spot right here in the last 48 hours. So feels good. Feels good to be catching back up, and it's all part of the dream, right, Fuller? You wanted to live the dream. Let's go see Powell, because he's always working. He loves when I do that. That guy works so much that he just absolutely loses his mind. I need to start my vehicle because I told my wife I was leaving 25 minutes ago.
I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. I do this without no excuses. It's just love winning less than I hate losing. I'm proving the rain through my era. So even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive. Right? I'm always a winner. Even if I fall, I can still get bigger. The definition of a champion. Definition of a champion.